Welcome back to Legacy of Leaders. I'm Morgan Yonge, and we have a special guest today. With me today, we have Lauren Barner with Lauren Plans Love. Hi, Lauren. Thank you for joining.
Hi. Thank you for asking me.
Yes, of course. So tell me a little bit about Lauren Plans Love, and what do you do?
So I am a wedding specialist. So if you're looking for a day of coordinator, if you're looking for somebody to help you plan your entire wedding, or if you want to be a DIY bride, but you just need a little extra hands, I would be the person you would call. So I've been in the wedding world for 12 years now. I started in West Virginia. I worked at multiple resorts, and then I came to Florida to kind of break free and do it myself.
Yeah. So why weddings? What is it that you love about weddings?
It was actually a wild story whenever I found that I liked doing weddings. I was in high school. I had to write a paper about something random, like a job that I knew nothing about. And I was like, wedding planning seems dumb. Let's do that. So I did, and probably 3 months later, I had a job as a wedding planner's assistant, and I was like, I love this.
Wow. Now, do you just love, or do you love the process or the event?
I like to plan love. No.
You like to plan love. I hear you.
Honestly, it's the end of the night whenever you see the couple and they're just like, holy cow, we went through this entire day, and thank you for like making it happen. I don't even know how it happened. And just the pure joy on their face, you know, like they're happy at the end of the day. That's all I care about. So
it's so special.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to be that handhold for that couple from the time that they're engaged even and they find you all the way through after the wedding, that feeling afterwards of relief, I'm sure.
Yeah. And all the friendships I've made, I mean, I still feel like I can call on any of my brides and grooms and they're like, what's up? What can I do? You need more reference? Let's go. You know, like they're there for me. And there's many brides that like I'll even call on. I'm getting married this year myself, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, can I help you? Can I do anything?" And I'm like, "Calm down."
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
That's so exciting.
Thank you.
So, and you, speaking of connections and relationships, you've created a bunch of connections along the way. So, tell me about your vendors.
Yeah, I mean, I've worked with a lot of different vendors throughout the years. I still have a lot of connections in West Virginia and like up in Pittsburgh, so it's very cool. Also working with photographers, it's a lot of fun. I have a friend that I love dearly. She lives in Arizona and she is a magnificent photographer. But it's just all those different connections are really great. And then, you know, of course, whenever it comes to planning my own, it makes it easier.
Yes, absolutely. And so what are those aspects that you find yourself helping the most with when it comes to wedding planning?
I would say one of the biggest things that a lot of couples struggle with is timeline. They don't really know how to build a timeline. They're like, oh, well, this is the stuff I want to do, but like, when do we do it? And so that's something that I really like, taking the time to break down and be like, hey, this is your day. This is how I've done it in the past, but this is how we could do yours, whatever you want. And I like taking the time to really get to know them too, to see what they want to do, see if they're like, I want to go super non-traditional, and then it's like, all right, let's go.
Sky's the limit there.
Yeah.
So what is it that you find couples struggle with the most when it comes to planning a wedding?
I think that there's so many options. People start to get really overwhelmed with the amount of options. So I think kind of prioritizing what means the most to you and working from there, also thinking of your budget. But, you know, just kind of thinking of your budget first and then thinking about your priorities. Like if you absolutely have to have the Casa Marina, you know, you might want to think about some other options that you can maybe cut back on so that you could have your dream wedding.
Absolutely. And then when it comes to you planning your own wedding, what are you most excited about?
Eloping.
Eloping. So do you help couples elope as well?
I haven't specifically. It is something that like I would definitely do. Obviously I'm doing it myself, but also I've been in the world for 12 years. I never saw myself having a wedding. I think I love watching and helping people have their dream wedding day, but mine is just going to be with my wifey, and that's it.
Yes. And speaking of you and your wifey, do you have a niche or a particular group that you help with plan weddings to?
Yeah, I mean, obviously anybody. I've been in this for a very long time, but I do like to speak directly to the LGBT community and let them know that I am a safe place for them, and I got you on all your wedding needs.
Yes, absolutely. And that's special for them to have someone who they know they can trust and come to with any and all that comes with a wedding, family interactions. You're sometimes in and out of a church, so that can be stressful for an LGBTQ plus couple.
For
so
sure.
that's awesome that you get to be there for them. You can speak their language and support them. So fantastic. Is there anything I'm missing when it comes to planning a wedding? Like, what are the things that we don't think about?
I think a big thing is your tribe. So just like the bridal party that you want to have with you, whether it's your girls or maybe some guys, whoever it is, I think it's always important to pick those very carefully, because those are the people you're going to be spending the next year with, potentially, if your engagement's longer, maybe longer. And you're going to be planning all of these tiny detailed events with them, like a bachelorette, a bachelor, bridal parties, things like that. And you want to make sure that they're all going to be there and they're all going to support you the whole time, because planning a wedding is stressful enough. You don't need your party to be adding on to it. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, thank you for coming on the show. I'm very excited to hear more about your wedding, planning your own wedding. It's so exciting. I love it.
Thank you.
Yes. And you guys head on over to dailynewsnetwork.com, and we have all of Lauren's information. Lauren Plans Love. You can find her on Instagram as well. And we will see you in the next episode of Legacy of Leaders.